My love for this franchise is causing severe cognitive dissonance with my hatred for cocaine. Because as much as I hate to admit it, I don't think these movies would exist without it. Charlize Theron's back. Oh, wait, sorry. Charlize Theron. No, wait, that's still not it. There she is, back with the absolute worst haircut I've ever seen on a person. Jesus Christ. They looked at beautiful Charlize Theron and they went, yeah, this haircut, I reckon. She had the braids in the last movie. That was cultural appropriation. I'm not sure if this is some kind of a cultural appropriation like play. Like who would it be stealing from? Like aliens? I've never seen this before. We got John Cena showing up. Now we're supposed to believe that him and Vin Diesel and Jordana Brewster are all siblings, even though they don't look anything alike. And it's honestly kind of a smart play that they made the two actors in the flashbacks not look like they could be brothers at all either. Like, one, this dude doesn't look anything like Vin Diesel, and this dude doesn't look anything like John Cena, and they don't look anything like each other, but that's true of them as adults. So, like, yeah, it works out. Sure. They don't look anything like each other. They don't look like their sister. That nobody in the family has a resemblance. Neither of them look anything like their father. They don't have any genes in common with their mother. Vin Diesel has a black son in the next movie. We're all just moving on. Don't worry about it. Nobody looks like how they look. Nobody looks like... We'll just say things out loud, and you're just going to have to go with it. Helen Mirren's going to say that John Cena looks like Vin Diesel, and that's just a fact in the movie from that point on. What does Tyrese do for the team? I understand his role in the movies is to be like comic relief, which is astounding to me because he's like less funny, I would say, than Ludacris. I think Ludacris as an actor has better like comedic chops than Tyrese Gibson does as an actor. But, you know, whatever. Ludacris is the tech guy. He says all the tech babble bullshit, and now they have a tech lady that says tech babble bullshit, and they have a tech villain in Charlize Theron that says tech babble bullshit. So like Ludacris has that covered. He can also shoot a gun. He can fight. He can hack things to kill a bunch of people. He can go up into space with Tyrese, but like that's all Luda's thing, right? Like Luda knows how all that works. He's the one pointing to the notepad, being like, "It's numbers, dummy," to him. So what is his role other than to just be like an ass in the seat? Like, I guess ostensibly he's muscle or something, but it's on a team that's like all muscle. Like even Ludacris outfights Tyrese. Like they get attacked by a guy and Luda has to be like, fuck, it looks like I'm saving Tyrese again. What? Does he do anything? Why drag him along? He's just the guy that like brings God into it vaguely, but he doesn't bring God into it really. He's just like, we're lucky, you know, we're just real lucky. You know, this is not normal. We're not normal. And it's like, man, all these movies end with like somebody saying grace. Vin Diesel's wearing a cross necklace all the time. Just say you got a fucking guardian angel, dude. So much happens in this movie though. Like they bring Han back. There's all kinds of reveals. Like this movie tried to gaslight me into thinking that Cardi B had been a part of this franchise before. She hasn't. She showed up for the very first time in this movie, but she's treated like one of the cameos that we get from somebody that's been in the past movies. So when she shows up on screen and it's like, it's you. I know we got that backstory. I'm like, did I miss Cardi B in the previous movies? And I went and looked, and no, on her filmography, which is incredibly short, F9 is the only Fast and Furious movie listed. She's only been in this one. I did not miss her in the previous ones. So they're just trying to fucking gaslight us. But I enjoyed this one too. Like I'm into it. I'm into these movies now. I'm looking forward to watching the next one with fresh eyes as somebody that's now an official fan of this franchise. It makes way more sense that there's like in Fast 10, there's a line where Jack Reacher is like, oh, you thought I was going to be one of the people that joins your family or whatever. Like it's a reverse double cross or a triple cross or whatever. And I'm like, what does that mean? Well, it's because in every single one of these movies, somebody's a bad guy. And then we find out, no, actually, psych, good guy. And that happens with John Cena. And they kind of start like laying the groundwork for that pretty early. But I knew he was going to be a good guy because I'd only ever seen Fast 10. and he's a good guy in that one. So like, not a big surprise to me, but also it's just like they do that. They love doing that. Throughout the entirety of this one and the last one, I just kept thinking about like the on-set environment and how like they're not at all doubting themselves. There's no self-doubt allowed. There's no second guessing. There's no questioning. They're rewatching the previous movie and they're going, oh yeah, and then we can have this happen. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. And then Luda can come in and he can be like, I'm hacking the thing. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect thing. And then nobody ever goes, this is dumb. This doesn't make sense. That no, there's nothing like that happening. That's why I say these movies co-written by cocaine. And usually I think that cocaine's influence is bad. I don't think that you should do it. I think it's had pretty detrimental effects on our society. I think the fact that a lot of people in high up positions are coke heads is not good because cocaine makes you arrogant and incredibly selfish. And that's like woven into the fabric of our society at this point. But maybe I got to cut it some slack because it did give us these movies.